Hey y'all, I got my husband here today.
What's up, y'all?
And today I wanted to ask him what was his mindset behind him praying for me when I left to be with another man years ago and how his prayers were affecting me. So tell us a little bit about that, babe. What was going on in your head?
Um, truly, I had a no quit mentality. I just didn't want to give up on my family. I just didn't want to give up on, just everything that I perceived that belonged to me. I just felt like, it's just that. It's my family. It's my wife. These are my children. Um, and I didn't accept. I think the biggest thing is that, when you're going through those things, it's easily manipulated by the world or their standards. If you go and look up anything on YouTube or search anything, one of the first things you'll see is like co-parenting and oh, it's okay. And it's essentially trying to lull you into this acceptance of, oh, it's okay. Like you and your wife are going through this. There's no like, hey, you can save this. You can turn this around. Like this can be a testimony. It's, like just accept it. Like it's all right. And they try to basically paint this picture as though divorce is the answer and divorce is a great thing and it's going to make you happy and once you move on you'll be so much better and in reality that's the opposite. And I just took the complete opposite approach and I was like, no, I don't believe in that. I believe in the word of God. I believe in, what God says. If God hates divorce, then I should hate divorce. And, I wasn't going to let another man come in and basically take a hold or take claim for what I built. The years that, even though my wife wasn't a finished product or my, my relationship wasn't, so long standing, maybe as some others, I know what I had poured into her. I know what I had taught her. I know what I had already invested. And you don't just throw away investment. Like anybody knows with investments, like actually like, now that I'm actually getting deep into investments, it makes way more sense now where a stock can go down. But, the smart people know, any millionaire, billionaire investor will tell you when other people are afraid, that's the best time to buy.
Well, I feel like that was brilliant. Do you have anything else to say on that topic?
Um, no, it's just, you have to. I think the biggest thing is we have to learn as either being a husband or being a wife. Marriage is that. Like if God invested himself into us as people, we have to look at what Paul said. He said that if you can see it, that marriage between a man and a woman is a similitude of Christ and the church. And, that's why God said he hates divorce because essentially, you know, when we had studied, that verse a long time ago, God had gave us a revelation of divorce is what happens when the judgment seat comes and we approach it and we're not saved. That's what divorce is essentially, right? That's why God says I hate divorce because at that point you would have to depart from him and it's a permanent thing. That's when there's no covenant between you and him. So we have to look at that the same way, not as oh I just signed a paper or it's not all that. People try to make it seem as though marriage is just this frivolous thing that it really doesn't mean much. When God holds, there's a lot of weight that God puts upon a physical marriage because it represents our relationship with Him. So, to my point I was making earlier, you don't sell your best investments, and the best investment you can make is in yourself and in your spouse. So, you're going to, something I learned is, let's say you make an investment, because this is what it looks like when you're going through hard times, when you're going through infidelity, when you're going through all these things and all these turbulences. Is the same thing. You put money in a stock, the stock goes down. You have a choice. You can sell it, or you can buy more. And what you do is, when you buy more, you average down. So then now when it goes up, it means that much more. It's worth that much more. It's because you were smart and you didn't sell it when it was down, thinking that it was down and out. But you knew the potential, and you knew that if I just buy more right now and just wait, and I'm patient and I'm faithful, that this investment that I'm making is going to make me rich one day, and it's going to go and do things that I don't even know that is possible. So,
well, that's it for tonight, guys. How did y'all feel about my husband coming on and giving some of his mindset tips back when he was fighting to restore our marriage? So let us know in the comments what you thought. If you want to see him again, give us a like, follow, DM us your thoughts. Also, you'll find the link below for our emergency prayers and mindset manual for marriage restoration. Go get your copy now. All right, we love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.